Welcome to Daily Gossip. You will get daily Hollywood updates here. Remember to subscribe for the latest videos. The courtroom was heavy with silence as shocking revelations emerged from a case that has stunned the entertainment industry. Sean Diddy Combs, once the king of hip-hop and a seemingly untouchable mogul, now stands at the center of one of the most harrowing legal dramas in music history. What began as whispers has now become a thunderstorm of truth, rage, and pain as singer Cassie Ventura, her mother Regina Ventura, and rapper Kid Cudi bravely step forward to expose what they claim is a terrifying pattern of abuse, coercion, and threats that went unchecked for over a decade. In emotional testimony, Cassie painted a chilling picture of her time with Combs. Years of control, surveillance, manipulation, and brutal violence. She recalled moments when she feared for her life, when her identity was erased, and when her voice was silenced in the name of fame and fear. Her eyes welled with tears as she described how the very man who promised to protect and guide her allegedly transformed into a shadow of terror behind closed doors. But it was the mention of a fleeting relationship with Kid Cudi in 2011 that opened the door to perhaps the most explosive accusation yet. According to Cassie, when Combs learned of her brief romantic connection with the rapper, he spiraled into a jealous rage, threatening to make her and her family suffer. Shortly afterward, in a coincidence that now seems impossible to ignore, Kid Cudi's Porsche exploded in what authorities originally called a freak accident. Cudi himself has now taken the stand, revealing that he believes, without question, that Combs orchestrated the incident in retaliation. His voice cracked as he described the fear that gripped him and his loved ones, likening Combs' behavior to that of a Marvel supervillain, controlling others from the shadows with cruelty and power. And just when the court thought it had heard the worst, Cassie's mother Regina stepped forward with a testimony that sent audible gasps through the gallery. She detailed how she and her husband were coerced into paying Combs $20,000 to prevent the release of an explicit video of Cassie, footage they believed would destroy her emotionally and professionally. With raw emotion, Regina explained how she took out a loan to protect her daughter, believing they had no other choice but to submit to his demands. Her voice trembled as she said, "We were just trying to save her life." The testimony wasn't just shocking, it was devastating, revealing the emotional toll that this alleged abuse took on an entire family. Cassie's parents, who once believed their daughter had found success and safety, were instead pulled into a nightmare of blackmail and fear. And now, with federal charges including sex trafficking, racketeering, and obstruction of justice looming over Combs, the world is forced to reconsider everything it thought it knew about him. Gone is the polished image of a record label genius and fashion icon. In its place stands a man accused of using his influence and resources not to build dreams, but to shatter lives. Combs has pleaded not guilty to all charges, and his legal team has maintained his innocence, insisting that the allegations are part of a campaign to destroy his legacy. But the court of public opinion is not so forgiving. Social media has exploded, with reactions, fans expressing heartbreak, disbelief, and rage as the testimonies unfold. Hashtags like #YexyaJustice for Cassie and Protect Survivors are trending globally, and the entertainment industry is under intense pressure to speak up and distance itself from the fallen mogul. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, former colleagues and insiders are beginning to speak out anonymously, describing a toxic environment filled with intimidation, surveillance, and fear. A place where silence was survival and loyalty was demanded, not earned. The case is rapidly becoming a watershed moment in celebrity accountability, echoing the Dachshund Me Too movement and shaking the very foundations of hip-hop culture. How many more secrets remain buried? How many more voices have yet to be heard? As the trial continues, Daily Gossip will be here to bring you every emotional update, every heartbreaking truth, and every moment of courage from those who dared to stand up to one of music's most powerful figures. This is no longer just a story about celebrity scandal. It's a battle for justice, dignity, and the truth. Subscribe now to Daily Gossip for more exclusive coverage. And remember, sometimes the biggest stars cast the darkest shadows.